son's music in the background. This is live. All the way live. I am so excited to be 44. You have no clue. I don't know what I'm speechless. I don't really even understand why I'm just this excited to be 44. But I guess it's because like between my immediate family, we had the same, and I started it or whatever. It's like, but it's kind of funny when you say I won, right? So it's like, and it you know goes on the whole colloquialism you've heard before, where it's like, yo, you won, right? And it can be like just like regular stuff, and like there's just so much that life has thrown my way, and I'm here. I am a PhD candidate in my science that I love so much. I am still standing beyond, well beyond what we're going into 2 decades of distancing myself from the period of identity theft that I dealt with, the lies that I experienced, the fraud that was committed against me in Louisville and Cincinnati, and the wrongful conviction in 2006, the lies that I somehow defrauded a guest who was a guest at my bar, Flavors Restaurant and Lounge in Louisville on 16th and Broadway. And now petitioning for expungement and just so many things because I refuse to submit some type of depressing, begging, pitiful request to some governor, any governor, asking them to pardon me because I am so sorry of what I've done. No, there's a lot to that story that I can't even disclose, and you know I would. I have no problem disclosing it, but it's still a pending legal matter. Once it is all resolved with finality, with the expungement, and I am seeking innocence from the wrongful conviction of committing fraud, stealing the identity of this woman, then I trust and believe I will then come forward and I will give you the full enchilada of everything that happened, and then you'll just see just how damn ridiculous that whole situation was, especially to have me stuck, quote unquote, with a scarlet F on my head, that they wanted to be this big scarlet felon on my head for life. But I have shown them how a McDaniel woman, how my mother and father raised me, the mindset, my great aunt's mindset, my just, you know, the people who really poured into my life and taught me fortitude, my Uncle Lane, my Uncle Leroy, my forever day ones, and rest in peace. I love you so much. I miss you so much. I'm Beverly, Pat, I miss you so much. I feel like I have their power in me. And I think that's why I'm so like stinking giddy this morning, because otherwise it makes no sense. And it's so wonderful on topic because I started what I jokingly called a children's story earlier this week on the whole colonialism and how terrifying that story really is. We've heard it watered down in so many different versions. It's even been watered down in Black conversations. Well, today, don't expect that watering down at all, bitches. And I am not calling any of you bitches. You are all beautiful, wonderful people. But we're going to have some fun, okay? And we're going to get it quick because I'm going out. I am going to hang out with my family. We're going to be COVID safe, and we're going to keep the motherfuckers away from us, and we're going to enjoy the day. We're just going to... Okay, well, look. Look, for real now. This is Sydney Smoothie Sermons. So you are actually getting to see the live taping, and this is how I like to rock it. I like to do a live taping, and if you can join, then absolutely wonderful. Join in, give me comments, let's interact, let's have a little bit of fun. I'm only going to be on here for like 30 minutes. Let me go ahead and set either one of these timers. We're not going to microwave nothing. Set the timer. Because that's, well, not for 30 seconds either, right? Nope, there we go. All right. This is how it should be in the churches. Ooh, did she say that? Did she say that should be timed? Ooh, Lord. Ooh, Lord. Ooh, Lord. Ooh. No, I've definitely been in an audience of some wonderful sermons over the course of my life that were very beautifully inspiring, and they weren't full of muck, and they did surpass 30 minutes. But generally, the ones that do surpass an hour are just, y'all already know. Okay, so what we're gonna do is my ancestors, my direct ancestors, and my lineage that finds its way back to a country on the African continent. The specificity, I have no knowledge. I only have understanding and pictures, photographs, beautiful photographs that show that my heritage is 100% Native American on my mother's side. And when I say 100%, I mean going back lineage-wise. We have pictures of my great-great-great-great-grandmother, and she's 100% Native American. And then, but of course, my mom, my grandmother, her mother was African American, or quote unquote black, like we all, consider ourselves. And my dad is of Haitian descent. And again, with African American roots, they immigrated from Haiti and started a farm, a swine farm in Nyack, New York. And then my grandfather on my father's side met my Grandma Rose, my father's mother, and had my dad. So when I talk about roots and I talk about colonialism, I have great insight from both sides, because both sides of my family are not exactly the heritage or the ethnic groups that we consider to be still asleep as it relates to the true history, the true underpinning, the true knowledge of what white settlers did to native North Americans, because they weren't native. We keep watering it down to say that they're North Americans. Native Americans, as if they are native to the United States. The United States, remember, was not in existence. It wasn't a thing when the settlers arrived. So I like to specify that they were Native North Americans, because they were native to the North American continent. And then, of course, beautiful Haitians, they were unfortunately dropped off during the slave trade, and so they're diasporan at best. Generally, I understand that our origin in on the continent of Africa is West African. That's what I understand. So basically, I wanted to lean toward this clearing up of what happened during that time, and should we consider ourselves black individuals who look like me and share that same ethnic background. I also wanted to touch upon just a little bit how disgusting it is for anyone to suggest that Kamala Harris is not a beautiful woman of color and diasporan in one aspect as well. And who would treat the Indian culture as if it's some type of distant culture when it's not factual at all, especially for Black American culture that likes to rally around Jamaican culture. My ex, beautifully Jamaican, his father was Indian, his mother African American, and that's very common in the country of Jamaica. And too often what we see on the television screen and publicity is a darker or richer skinned Jamaican with dreads, and that's how a Jamaican is typified, when that is not the absolute norm. The absolute norm with Jamaica is diversity. And in fact, in Jamaica, as my ex would always reaffirm, and he would always find it was so disheartening sometimes to watch him and the things that would be said about him, because if you saw him, he was very fair skinned, had very curly hair, fine curly hair, like you would see with maybe in my family, Native Americans, or when you see those cultures mix. And the things that were said to him, and as much as he identified completely as Black and a part of the brown-skinned people around the world, who he felt we were all one. And he immigrated through, he and his mom, through New York as well. And even in New York, there's a rallying around this multiplicity of our culture. And he has just been very saddened that there's been too much of this division here in America. Like, you're not black if you don't have these certain characteristics, or if you didn't have this particular makeup where both parents were completely African American. Let me hip you to this, friends. There are no completely African Americans, okay? Nor is there we're not even African. What? I know that you are freaking out, because that's going around too. I want you to hear that clarity, because I know some of you are going to be like, what? I'm not African? Are you serious? That's the continent where we came from? Well, no. Let me clarify. Let me clarify it for you, okay? You see, the same way that someone who is from Asia does not want to be typified and grouped, and you call them just Chinese, or just Korean, or just Filipino. You get it? They don't want to be called that, just Asian, because there's more specificity to their ethnic culture. Similarly, there are individuals who are trying to inspire those who have melanated skin to understand that they are not just African, and that they should dive into the true history of their own particular lineage to find out what country in Africa they are from, their lineage, so that they can establish that and connect for that identity, because we know that our biggest issue is an identity crisis. And we know that. We also know that some of you are scared of Muslim culture, and this is Black people included. And I need you to understand that that is completely self-destructive, when the Muslim culture generally has been very positive as it relates to Africans, and it's been very core to culture in Africa. But you want to hear so much more about Christianity. Y'all want to celebrate some white Jesus and some white man and hold this white preacher in this on this pedestal in this country, and it's ridiculous. That's part of colonialism. That is the destructive result of colonialism. It's more than just brainwashing. It is destroying even what, as an individual, which you look at these situations, you can look with your big girl and big boy eyes and you can see the differences. You can hear the differences. You can feel it intuitively, and yet you still say, oh, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to pretend I'm white too. I'm going to assume white colonialism culture, and I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be a robot, just like in the Lego, in the Lego movie, right? Sing the song, baby. What's the song from the Lego movie? How does it go? Tell me. Asa. Just tell me a song. Don't interrupt the broadcast, but just tell me a song. What is it? Something from the Lego. It's something a good day. Everything is awesome! Yeah, okay. Everything is awesome! Okay, yeah, so he had to be extra. But yeah, so basically, you know how there's like, everything is awesome! And that's how you're supposed to like just go through like, everything is awesome! I don't have a mind. I can't think for myself. I don't know what I'm doing. I just follow what they tell me to do. You don't have to do that. That's where the real freedom begins. That's where the real freedom is, people. That's where it is. It's core. And to fuel your ability to snap the fuck out of it. To fuel that, you need good old smoothies. Healthy stuff. All right? And please stop thinking that this is just limited to Indian culture. It is not. There are beautiful melanated cultures around the world who all have sustained themselves and in a steward fashion with the earth. That's our truest nature. We didn't celebrate or worship or revere a white made up idol as the colonialism has forced upon Black Americans. Christianity was forced upon. It wasn't, oh yeah, come on slaves. We'd love for you to join our come on slaves. We'd love for you to join. Come on slaves. Come on slaves. We'd love for you to join our church today. Oh yeah, come sit up front, please. We're so delighted to have you here. No, it was forced upon them. It was, you take Christianity or you fucking die. Yeah, that's how that worked. Please read, and if you don't read, please talk to people outside of your own neighborhood. Talk to people from cultures that are similar to ours, and they will tell you very quickly, darlings, you got it a bit mixed up. Okay, all right. But these are the things that will help you. Water. H2O. And sit your ass down when you drink it. Sit your ass down when you drink it, friends. And do not drink it cold. Drink it at room temperature, preferably from a copper pot or a glass pot or a container, so that you don't have any other leaching into your water, because water is alive. Please understand, and you don't want to change its energy. Okay, y'all always talking about vibration and all that good stuff. Okay, because we're going to add some water here in a second and make sure it's filtered as much as possible. Now, if you have one of those wonderful copper or metal containers, then you normally don't have to do any additional filtering, because there's a biochemical process that allows for it to go through a stabilization, if you will, that helps absorption, cellular absorption, and so you don't have to go through that second step, if you will, necessarily. But if you don't live in an area, or you don't have access to that, or right now maybe money is funny, money is funny, and you can't buy that right now, just be sure to, and this is another thing. You know how when you don't understand a culture, then it looks weird to you. It looks insane. This is why Muslims pray over their water. This is why They pray over their food. The same concept that you do when you pray over your food. Now, that one thing we don't, as Africans in America, quote unquote, we have not been accustomed to praying over our water. But why would that look weird? Why wouldn't you? If because we talk a good game, black folk. We talk a good game. We pray over everything. We pray over everything. We pray. We get on our knees. We pray. But so why would it look weird for someone to ensure that they're being clean before they go to their God? Why would it look weird for someone to ensure that they're praying and thankful over their water as well? Come on, people. Snap out of it. All right. So this is how we're going to snap out of it because I got to go. 15 minutes. I'm about to be birthday time. Birthday time. Happy birthday, Tigress. Happy birthday, Tigress. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Tigress. Okay. All right. So, but this will help you to snap out of the mental zombie state that you might be in, okay? All right. So we're going to, look at me. I'm tripping. All right, so here we go. We're going to do, and today we're going to use some ingredients that you don't often hear about in smoothies, because you always hear about strawberries and blueberries and right, all that stuff. Okay. There are other ingredients in the world that you can put in your smoothie. That's another thing. When you all are like, oh my God, they put too many spices and I can't rock with that. You know why you can't rock with it? Because you have put so much shit into your gut. Your gut cannot handle the spices. The spices are there to actually give you stabilization in your gut bacteria. But if you have already fucked up your gut, then it's not going to be a pleasant experience. It's going to be like fire from hell in there. Yeah, okay, all right. So, otherwise, you should be able to use cumin in its raw element. That's all we use here. I make it myself. You can do it yourself. I do it myself. This is my own mixture, and then I put it in here, and this is all I use to season, and our food is just amazing. That's all. This is what I use. That's it. Okay, friends. All right, friends. Okay. And I don't have any vegetable oil. I have that. That's the fruit of the world. Fruit of the world, friends. Got it? And you can get it as a scientist. Let me be the first to tell you that everything that says organic is not organic. What? I know. I know. You like, them motherfuckers. I'm telling you, not everything that says organic is organic. In fact, consumer psychology for these large, commercialized, normally white male-driven companies, they pay their psychological experts in consumer psychology a lot of money to find out what you all buy and how you buy it. And when they figured out that you like the word organic, they slapped that shit on everything because there is no FDA regulations for organic. Now, very slightly, there have been some changes so that there is some sort of criteria that a product must meet to qualify as organic. But before then, what? It was completely free game. So you was out there buying shit that you have no clue whether it was organic. Let me tell you how it's organic as a scientist. Watch this, watch this. Watch this, watch this. This is how you know it's organic. Here we go. When it says and reads, because it's not saying anything, hold on. You know how it gets. When it reads coconut oil, and it is coconut oil. I know it. What is going on? Of course, I know what organic means as it relates to the food production industry and what they're trying to express. But what I'm trying to share with you is just by natural. Natural. Natural is the natural organic. Carry on. People, stop overthinking it. I've told you this a million times over. Here's another example of organic. Watch this. And freezing is actually better than buying the fresh produce because you don't know how long it's been on the truck. The freezing, they'll tell you that as it relates to your seafood. Now, seafood, I would be a little more concerned about, but not so much as your frozen vegetables, okay? All right? But oftentimes, they can't just sit on the truck indefinitely, frozen, temperature control, because that costs a lot of money, and that's all they're concerned about is money. So they're not just going to let it just sit there indefinitely on the truck. So don't believe that. Please believe a scientist in agriculture with a doctoral degree. Well, let's be more specific. So I'm a candidate. I have everything but my final defense to complete, and then I will be a PhD in my field of science. Okay, so I might just know just a teeny bit of stuff. Okay, so here's another example of what is truly organic. Okay, so this says broccoli. Okay, where we at? And the ingredients read broccoli. What? Stop it. That's how you know, friends. Now, if we can have our own gardens, of course, that's what I prefer. But is that the realistic opportunity for all Americans? No, we just know it's not. So it's best that you do it this way as opposed to just buying something, that reads organic, especially right now during the pandemic, because I've told you and I've warned you several times, please be mindful now where you buy your produce and your meat, because the standards have lowered as far as food production, agricultural production, because their staff has gone down, okay? And we know the CEOs and CFOs and the other executive boards of these agricultural production units, they are not coming to work and handle the production that they have had compromised because of the staff that they have lost. Right, so just come on, think, let's think. Okay, so here we go. All right, so we are using beautiful organic mushroom complete today, okay? And this is not fancy either, even though it says organic. It costs, don't get me the line, I've taken I don't know why I would have taken it off, because I normally don't take off the price, but because I'm not here. And there's no one I need to impress in here. My son could care less how much it costs. He doesn't really have a complete understanding of price dynamics anyway. But I want to say that this was only about $8. You're worth $8. And I've had this for now going on 2 months. You're worth $8. So this can make probably some 25 smoothies. You go and you spend $5 for a Starbucks coffee. And I'm not judging you. But the point I'm making is that you can afford $8 for this container of magic, okay? And you can't even taste it, so don't worry about that part. You can't even taste it when you put it in the smoothie. All right, okay, so we're gonna use that. I'm trying to think what else we're gonna do today, because I want you to get out of believing that your smoothie has to be a certain way. We're gonna do olive oil today, because too many people, you still have this belief system that olive oil is what you just fry in, or you can cook in it. But too many beautiful black people around the world do not have an understanding that this is actually a delicatessen, and in the form of a drink as such, almost like a wine, how we would view a wine here in America. In Italy, they drink it. They drink it. Now, they wouldn't drink this one because this is not like you would want a finer Pinot Grigio or a finer Sauvignon Blanc. This is just kind of like your basic standard olive oil. So it hasn't been aged or any of that stuff. So this would be what you would cook with. Now, of course, I do have some, and I think I've run out. I have, oh yeah, there we go. I don't know if you can see this. I have some that I have aged myself. Trying to see if you can catch the light. Oh goodness. Can you catch that? Okay, can you, almost. Let me see if I can do it this way. So basically this olive oil I have aged and infused with, let's see, because I don't want to spill it. Can you see that? Oh, see, I knew I was going to spill it. So basically it's aged with basil. And you want to put it in a darker glass container so that you protect it from the degradation of light, right? Can you see it a little bit? But the basil is in there. So this is what I would cook with, put my bread on. Sometimes I even just sip on it alone. I know some of y'all are like, oh my God, I didn't know she was on it. You got to expand yourself. This is the North American continent, the state of North Carolina, the state of your residence is not the end of the world, people. You just got to expand yourself just a wee bit, okay? All right. But here's another example, just real quick, and then we'll go ahead and make this smoothie because we technically only have 4 more minutes, and I think I can do it in 4 minutes. Look at that. It reads, extra virgin olive oil. Boom! Organic! Okay, so, in the interest of, so we're gonna do this and that, and in the interest of not having to move my camera, I also want to encourage you, I've said this before, I want to encourage you to make your own juices. It takes very little time, very little time. I know that some of you are concerned. You're like, I just want to buy my orange juice. I just want to buy my cranberry juice. I just want to buy my apple juice. You can make them at home and it's so delicious when you make them at home. And you can make multi-fruit. This is a multi-fruit. And what you see at the bottom is, it's definitely denser. I use only pure cane sugar, so this is how it doesn't really denaturize in the juice because it don't have a lot of acidity in it. I haven't allowed it to ferment, and so it's not actually going to break down and really dissolve as it would with like over-processed white sugar, okay? But just to hit you with some, just so you know what this looks like. This is a wonderful concoction of hibiscus and blueberries and mango and actually decaffeinated tea, of all things, right? So I'm going to use this as my base liquid for my smoothie. So here we go. All right. So, since I've been touching everything, let me get good and clean real quick. Okay. Alrighty. Boom. We get a little bit of this. Okay, so we've got maybe about a cup, maybe a cup and a half of this. And this is the juice that I made, so it's just, I don't really have a name for it. I just have fun. I make my juices on the basis of maybe if I'm not feeling well, or if there's a particular taste preference that I just want for that particular week or whatever. And drink your juices. Don't let them sit. You know, enjoy your juices, you know. It's wonderful. So we've got, and Our measuring actually says half a cup. So I was way off. Okay, so let me make sure. You see that? All right, okay. And then we're going to put olive oil. Some of y'all are freaking out. Again, it is drunk. Like they drink it like this in a wine glass in Italy. So it's okay, all right? It's okay, and it's healthy for you, just like this. Like just from the store. You don't have to do anything to it. There's no magic. You don't have to like go woogie boogie. It in its inception, it's good to go. This is what we use to bathe in here at the house, what we use to wash our hair, what we use to oil our skin. I put it as an ingredient in all of those products that I make at home, okay? Boom. Okay, so that was maybe, I don't know. That's also going to help with clearing you out. If you have some irregularity issues, it's going to help with that. We're going to recycle that. This I am going to show you because I want y'all to get in the habit of recycling. Recycle. Boom. You see how easy that was? What? Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go. Okay. And we're almost done because that was my timer. We got to end the sermon so y'all can get back to your life. Woo. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we got our olive oil. We have our wonderful juice. I actually am going to put a little more juice because I love this stuff. A little more juice. Okay. So we're going to make it basically a cup. And then you wonder why I have so much energy. Okay, so all right, and this go around we're going to have to use ice because I don't have any more frozen fruits today. Okay. We're going to use ice today. We're going to use the norm, just so you know, when you're doing your own smoothies at home, the norm, and you have no frozen fruit, is 6 drops of ice. Okay? So we got our 6. Boom, 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 boom. Ba-da-doom, bada-boom, bada-boom, bada-boom. Okay? And now this goes back in the refrigerator or in the freezer. Boom, boom, and boom. Okay, so then we're going to do, cloves, friend. Oh, yeah. Okay, so the organic here, we're going to do 1 teaspoon. Okay? Boom. And that's done. We're going to do same 4 cloves. Where are my cloves? I love my cloves and I love my cinnamon and my cloves. I don't play about my spices. Don't come in my house talking about my spices because it ain't going to be pretty, okay? It's just not going to be pretty. All right. So I love clove. You may not love clove. That's okay. Sometimes you do want to drink things that are healthy for you that maybe you don't like, they just don't, they don't rock your boat as far as it tastes. Drink it. It's going to take you maybe 2 minutes, under 2 minutes to drink the darn smoothie. Drink it. It's good for you, friends. Okay, so we're going to shake a little bit in here. And, oh my God, it smells so, it smells so good. Lord have mercy, it smells so good. What up at the top? What up at the top? Here we go. All right. I love me some copper. Copper is good energy. Very good energy. Very good energy. All right, just a little bit of cinnamon because this, as you can imagine, is definitely going to clear me out today. We'll call it that. So we just do a little bit of cinnamon. Okay. And I think I may have to do a little more ice, but we'll see here in a second. All right. And we're going to do flax. And I'm doing this in honor of my birthday and in honor of celebrating the eradication of the Thanksgiving holiday and flushing out all the BS that is in your spiritual systems this is an ode to that. Flushing out all the BS in your spiritual systems so that your digestive tract, which is your second brain, can open wide toward enlightenment and understand and liberate yourselves. Yeah! Okay, so let's see. We would do reishi, but that's a mushroom. We already have that, so we're not doing that. We're gonna do flax. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Flaxseed ground is what we got. Okay? And we're gonna do, this is 1/8 of a cup. We're gonna do just a little half of that. Okay? Alrighty. I would do the apple cider vinegar, but some of y'all are just gonna have a damn hissy fit. You just gonna lose it on the nerves. In the audience, you're just gonna absolutely lose it. That's what I would normally do, because I ain't playing around. I like living. And well, in my opinion, if I'm going to be here, if I have to be here, okay? Because right now, that's how I view it. I'm here because evidently something wanted me here, and I have absolutely no intentions of suicide. And so considering the same, why would I want to live here and be in bad health? Why not live here and take care of that which I can control? To me, it's an absolute no-brainer. Absolute no-brainer, okay? All right, and it looks like we're gonna need, as you see, looks like we might need just maybe 2 more ice blocks, but I'm going to stick with this because I want to be able to just drink it on down. I don't want it to be super, super thick. And we've had that discussion before. I don't like my smoothies super, super thick. I like mine smooth. I would normally use almond milk or coconut milk, but because of the olive oil that I've added, I'm not going to use the milk, because then that would really kind of be counterintuitive and counterproductive for my digestive cleansing today. I mean, it would definitely clean me out, but I'm not trying to just have it be volatile. Okay, so here we go. We don't need honey. We got the cloves. We don't need, sometimes you make your smoothies just way too complicated. Way too complicated. Stop being complicated. Use commonsensical knowledge about what you know for spices and nutrients, and then add those things accordingly for the needs that you have, the nutritional needs that you have. I've always said to you all, make best friends with a biologist, scientists like myself. My specialization is microbiology, water science or hydrology, which is wetlands, and it's all inclusive to soil science, plant science, right? Specifically hydrophytic plants, which are plants that are thrive in wet conditions, if you will. They can survive under the water, submerged in water, or atop the water. And then of course soil, and then the microbiology, or insects, entomology, like earthworms, which are my absolute favorite on this planet. I just absolutely love them. You have no clue how much they do to help the cycle of life and the benefits that we enjoy through plant transpiration and photosynthesis for the air that we breathe, but they do. So stop stepping on the fucking earthworms. Stop stepping on the fucking earthworms. Thank you. Okay, so here we go. All right. Oh yeah, for me, this is like the perfect consistency, especially for what I'm drinking. Now, does this look appealing? Some of you are going to think that it doesn't look appealing. Some of you are going to think that it does look appealing because it looks like a coffee drink, like a mocha or something. In my straight, I'm going to say it one more time, and I'm going to say it as lovingly as I possibly can. You saw the ingredients that went into this smoothie. When you make your smoothie, you will see the ingredients that go into your smoothie. So if you need to mind over matter and tell your brain it's good for you, and then drink that beautiful concoction down, that's what you need to do. Suck it out, then drink it down. All right. So let me get me a beautiful, 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 beautiful. Let's see, we'll do a different one today. I think it also helps love on yourself, have quality of life, be mindful. Moderation is a beautiful thing. We already know these things, but don't do it to your demise. But if it's going to be something that hurts others or hurts yourself, of course, then you want to stay away with it with all your might, okay? But still live. I don't believe our Creator wanted us to be here and not have enjoyment of this beautiful, absolutely amazing earth, and all of its wonderful, wonderful just elements. It's just amazing. You have to stand in awe. If you just slow down a bit, like they say, and smell the roses, you'll see it very quickly, and you'll appreciate it. You see that? That's good stuff right there. So, and again, your idea of a smoothie, it varies. Now this one happens to be a little thinner because I have tea and I have olive oil, and I don't want it to be chunky and smooth and thick like the traditional smoothies. This no less qualifies as a smoothie, okay? Keep this in mind. There are many different drinks that are made around the world. I am bringing to you many different types of recipes so that you get out of the rut of your culinary life as well, okay? This was perfect for my birthday. People, it's smooth and yet rich. It actually has the consistency of an iced coffee and like a cafe mocha. The clove gives it that taste profile. The tea, because of its quality, it has that kind of chocolatey taste profile. So because I feel like I need to clarify here, I don't think that I did, and I didn't want to just put it in text in the video. I wanted to make sure that you heard me say it and could see me say it. So the tea, you guys, that I keep referring to, or the juice. The tea and the juice are the same thing. That was in my mason jar dispenser, the glass one, the red juice, right? So the base is a hibiscus tea. And then I add lemon and fresh berries, and that I allow to kind of age, quote unquote, for at least a few days before I start drinking it. You don't have to age it for as long as I did. And then there you have it. Easy does it. So that's what I'm referring to when I say the tea, okay? The tea is the juice is the tea. Carry on. Oh my God. Lord have mercy. People. Oh my God. you got to live a little bit, just a little bit, just as good. So, and let me see if I can get, because it literally looks like a coffee drink. You see that? It looks like a coffee drink. So this would be good for those of you who are trying to become healthier and you like coffee, because some of you drink way too much coffee, like way too much coffee. So, and I can feel it already. When you feel something that is actually stimulating yourself inside, woo, and in a good way, because you'll know intuitively the bad feeling versus a good energetic feeling. The heat that you feel in yoga, for instance, this is the same thing that I'm feeling right now. This is over the moon. But if you're trying to transition to more healthy drinks and you don't know how to do it, this recipe, when I do the editing and it goes up on my Tigress is a Verb YouTube channel, I will list the ingredients. Now, I'm not going to do any of the editing right now. Probably won't even do it today because I'm going to enjoy my birthday. Duh. But, and she's 44. I know it. I know. Thank you. Thanks. Yay. Okay, but if you're making the transition, this would be a great one. It is just refreshing. It's great for the morning. Now, my policy is to start with water every morning. That's my policy, okay? It's a very strict policy in my house, and it should be a very strict policy in your house. But the next thing you drink, because that's also a myth, you don't have to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You don't have to do. Nutritionists have done that because people gravitated, they had such a great abandon to nutrition in this American society of all this quick fast food. And so nutritionists have come in and given a schedule of sorts, given a standardized, here, try this. Maybe if there's this standard that people will do a little bit better. You know what I mean? They'll have this in their mind and they'll have a rubric or a standard to follow. But you don't have to go through that regime, food-wise or meal-wise, if you are on top of the balance of your nutrition. You can have a smoothie in the morning, have a snack and maybe a brunch, if you will. Then late afternoon, have what you can call a lunch, have another meal in the evening, and maybe a snack before you go to bed. Depends on your metabolism. That's something that you need to have that best friend scientist in your life for, okay? All right, so, whew. But that's what I was going to tell you. Just lastly, and then I'm out of here. You need a best friend make a best friend with a biologist, a microbiologist particularly. A scientist like myself who has interdisciplinary specialization expertise, which carries over to nutrition. You want a gastroenterologist, and an allergist, especially with the way that climate change has affected the world. Those are the three most important doctors. Wait, I'm tripping. Orthopedic, okay? All right, any realm of those. You also need, in my very strong opinion, you need a regular massage once a month, okay? Especially considering life. And I'm not telling you to go out there and be immersed in capitalism. That's not what I'm sharing with you. If you know how to self-apply a massage, then power to you. I'm fairly decent at it, but when you want a full body massage, of course you can't give yourself a full body massage. And I think you should treat yourself to that at the very least quarterly in every given year, okay? It helps with just your overall flexibility, your overall mental health as well. It just helps with even your digestive health. I know a lot of people don't believe that, but it is science and it is factual, okay? So it really doesn't care what you believe. All right. But anyway, so if you're one of those individuals, you're trying to do the switcheroo and you want to become more healthy, but you love milky, cow's milk, which is for baby cows. Cow's milk for baby cows. Mommy's milk is for baby humans. Cow's milk is for baby. Okay, all right, there we go. Stick with me. Okay, but this here is what you should try. Like I said, I'll put all the ingredients in the edited version of this video, which will go up on my YouTube channel on Tuesday. It goes up on a Tuesday. All right, so I am now going to be off. I need to go get my bath. No, I haven't bathed yet because it's early in the morning. I just got up. I was like getting my son together. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I'm going to get clean. And when I get clean, oh, you've seen the pictures.